Hello, Jim. Thank you for being there first. First of all, well, can you introduce yourself? Tell us about your job, please.
Sure. I started playing baseball, organized baseball, when I was about 6 years old. Obviously, even before that, I was playing with my brothers and neighborhood friends. So I've been in baseball for over 60 years. I started coaching even while I was in college, coaching summer teams, which would have been about like cadet age players while I was still playing college ball. I played all the way through amateur ball up through university baseball. After that, I had my degree and started coaching football, wrestling, and baseball. I've coached at the college level, university level, at 3 different places. I was assistant coach at Stanford University while I was working on my master's degree. And then I was head coach at the University of Wyoming and St. Mary's College in California. Had about 20 years of coaching experience at the college level. When I got out of college coaching, I started coming to Europe. I've been coming to Europe since 1991. Started off in Czechoslovakia, and I've worked in just about every European country. I've coached national teams for the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Portugal, Spain, and France. So I have both experience at the club level and at the national level in Europe. Major League Baseball started sending me over here back in the 90s to work with clubs, coaches, and players in Europe because they wanted to see the game grow. And that is basically the program I'm still working in, is the Major League Envoy Coaches Program. We send coaches all over the world to assist baseball. And this is my second summer, consecutive summer in France, and working primarily with the academies.
So, Jim, you were in Pinoy last weekend. Could you tell us your impression about the teams you've seen there, the level of the games you've seen there?
Sure. This is my second year of being at that tournament. Last year was in Toulouse and traveled with their team to the tournament. I think the people and the club in Pinay need to be commended and congratulated on running an excellent tournament year after year. It's a great opportunity for players and coaches to get better at the game of baseball. The number of volunteers working there are incredible, and volunteerism is very important if baseball is going to grow in Europe and France in particular. The weather was better this year, so we actually, I think, could get a better evaluation of the players. A year ago it rained all 3 days miserably, and so you couldn't expect much of the quality. I think the passion for the game was the number one thing I saw in the players and coaches. It would have been nice to have a few more teams maybe at the tournament, but they played a lot of baseball, and that in itself is one of the problems. None of the teams had really enough pitching depth, enough pitchers to handle 6 games in 3 days. The Major League Baseball teams do not play 6 games in 3 days. So it got a little ragged because the pitching was overused, and coaches had to use some players that probably weren't true pitchers, but they had to protect the arms of their players some. I think the defensive level was a little below average. I believe baseball is a game of catch and throw. And the defense was not very good. There were a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes defensively. And pitching is throwing, and the pitcher is the most important thrower in the game. And because they were overextended on how much they could throw, I think it took the quality down. Offense was big. There were a lot of runs scored due to both hitting and errors and walks. But the offense was a strong point. I think the main thing out of this tournament, the best benefit, is it gives the coaches an opportunity to evaluate their team and their players, so when they go back home, now they know where they have to go to work and improve the quality of play. So the tournament is not the end. It's a step in the process of developing players, and I think that's the most important aspect of the tournament.
Sure. Well, a word on the team of Aquitaine.
I thought that they struggled. They finished 4 out of 5 teams, and primarily because of defense. You know, they just gave up too many runs to really win. I mean, hitting wins ball games, but defense and pitching give you a chance to win. And they just had to overcome too many runs, I think, to really show well. So again, it gives the coaches here, they should have a good idea of what they have to work on so that the next tournament that the players from this area play in, they're better prepared.
Jim, what is your point of view about the French academic system, and especially the one in Bordeaux, here at the Crêpes in Talence?
Well, I believe that the academy system in Europe, in France, and here in Bordeaux is the best path to improving the quality of baseball. It's difficult for the club system to be set up to really reach the same level that the academies are designed to handle. That's why Major League Baseball right now is supporting the academies throughout Europe and in France with resource people as envoy coaches in different special areas, whether it's conditioning, strength, speed, hitting, pitching, defense. Major League Baseball wants to make sure the academies are succeeding, and Major League Baseball is very impressed with the academy system in France. I think there are exceptions in clubs, but they really aren't designed to support the development of younger players, even through the junior level, because there's no junior competition. And so there's kind of a dead space that the academies have to take over and develop. I really believe the smart baseball clubs in France will direct their better young players towards the academy, because it's a win-win-win situation. The player wins, he gets the benefit of more practice under expert teaching. The club benefits because they get a better ball player to play on their club, and the national teams benefit because in truth the academies are the development programs for the national teams. They're the ones that are set up to practice every day, intensively in all areas. And the clubs really don't have the personnel or the time to do that. They're pretty much geared towards the senior or the top level, club level. And in fact, time on task is directly related to learning. If you want to learn something, you spend more time working at it, not less time. And I think that's really important that people realize that and get their best players coming to the academy. I have a lot of respect for the academy coaches in France, and with Patrice here in Bordeaux, he's one of the best. His knowledge is very good. He works very hard. He's very patient with the players. I think he organizes and creates a very good learning environment for the kids and the players. It's just a matter of them implementing, the coaches, the academy coaches, implementing their knowledge into their practice plans so that they all benefit. The other aspect that I like about the academy coaches in France is that they are very eager to learn. They're always trying to get more information. And I believe coaching is a lifelong learning experience. When we quit learning new things or new way to do old things, then we better get out of coaching. And the coaches here in France that are working in academies are very thirsty for knowledge and trying to improve their teaching skills. So I have a very positive opinion of the academy system. This is my second year of going around to the academies, and I'm away from home a long time. I would not leave home this long if I felt my time was wasted here. And I'm spending time with good people with baseball, and it's a great experience for me.
Well, Jim, thank you very much for the time you spent in Pineuilh, the time you spent with Patrice at the pool, and thank you for this interview.